Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever. All the world holds dear is but a backdrop of constant motion. I stand before it, alone and unchanging. Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever. The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory.
Good morning! I'll go ahead and finish this up. This little
Hey, on Earth.
story.
Looks like pretty much everyone's here.
We're gonna go ahead and finish the story up and then.
Adjourn are just wrapping up their analysis.
Yeah, look for me.
Great. While we're waiting,
Then we'll go from there.
situation in
I might do a Azizi restream later. But we'll see. We will see.
And that's where things stand. The Wild Hunt is no longer under the Reikir of Solnari's control. But it has been reborn from the ashes, and is now... Intel from the Frost Moon Scions and the Curatorium of Secrets corroborates this. No disturbances have been detected in the space where rare...
Summarizing current situation. To confirm, the present leader of the Wild Hunt is the creature resembling a wolf.
More precisely, it's the external will that has seized control of Andrias' spirit, namely Roland, the Bloodstained Knight.
Whoa. Hold on. I'm completely lost. Isn't Roland some monstatter from like 500 years ago? How'd he suddenly get wrapped up with a god from 1,000 years in the past and the present-day Wild Hunt?
Allow us to explain that part. Are you familiar with compensation mechanisms? When an organism sustains damage, relevant tissues will undergo changes to offset the loss of function. For example, when one kidney is damaged, the other will be strengthened to compensate. Or when a main artery is blocked, the
You would be surprised at
more
how the body works sometimes. It very much does this.
When
Sometimes when an artery gets blocked and can't be used, the body will make some of your other veins get redirected in order to keep circulation working properly.
is a mirror image of Roland, the bloodstained knight.
Right. No matter how
It's amazing,
compensation is,
honestly,
it
the way the
will
body
never
works.
quite match the functionality of the original organ. The Roland replica can't possibly imitate Warrior's overwhelming power, nor his ability. So, the Abyss made use of the connection between Roland and Boreas to compensate for
The replica corrupted, and took control of Andreas as he slumbered by the bank of Amsvartnir, ultimately manifesting as the giant beast that you all witnessed. However, exactly why the Abyss chose Roland to mimic, and indeed how it was able to do so, remains unclear.
I guess he must have gotten caught up with the Abyss or Nodcry somehow during his wanderings through Tevat. But we can keep those questions on the back burner.
Okay, Paimon gets all that, but what did you mean when you said we can't kill him right now?
You can't kill him right now because a dead god may prove more dangerous than a living one. From intelligence gathered during the expedition, we have reason to believe that the power released when a god is felled can have catastrophic consequences for us mortals. Worse still, the wrath that remains after a god's passing becomes a source of endless turmoil. Once god remains contaminate the land, they will persist for thousands of years. This land has already been ravaged by the Wild Hunt. If we add god remains to the mix, it'd be like adding salt to an open wound, placing everyone who lives here in perilous danger.
Query. While I can indeed find records of disasters caused by god remains in my database, there also appear to be cases of gods dying in that land. The passing of the Pyro Archon's flame is a common occurrence throughout history, and even the part of Andreas who remains in Mondstadt has experienced death.
Great question. Glad you asked. Honorary Knight, you said Lupus Boreas gave you a token to pass on to me? Please, present it now. Should help explain things faster.
Sorry about that. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen?
Come forth, Boreas.
This form has come to the end of its time. My soul will fall into silence, and my power will flow into the ley lines of this land. Perhaps this is all that a wolf can hope to do for humankind. Do not grieve for me, for this is the end I have chosen. Instead, remember that one day, your wandering too must come to an end. A final wish before I slumber. Sing me a song. That melody you so often hummed in the taverns.
You saw it too. You must have keen powers of perception. Not that it surprises me. That was Boreas' final thoughts before merging with the ley lines. In his final moments, He made a choice to give everything he was to the...
Sounds like Andreas spent thousands of years searching for his place in the...
Yes. And now our task is to return the answer he... Only then can he break free from the corruption and control of the Abyss, and make that decision once more.
I see. I would say that planting thoughts inside the mind of a god sounds a little far-fetched.
Wait, we already have a perfect
If only it were that simple. Unfortunately, this one thought, we need to find a way to make the thought within this sword...
For now, Boreas needs all his remaining strength to fight against the abyssal corruption to Mondstadt's ley lines. He can't afford to... However, since his form was unstable during his journey with the first night of Boreas, many wolf spirit... If we can collect those fragments, we can use them to strengthen the decision to merge with the...
So we need to retrace his steps and look for random fragments? But they could be...
You don't need to worry about that. There's a few fragments left to gather in Nodcry. Most of them are already inside this sword. I've been collecting them during the whole expedition.
Huh? Wait, really?
I mean, it's an expedition, not a stroll in the park. Each step of the way we've been... Not just the wild hunt in the Abyss, but ancient gods remaining in Nod...
Sounds like this plan was a long time in the making.
As a matter of fact, I did. I caught a glimpse of fate's reflection. But I can't take credit for it. It was all... Still, all I foresaw was that an abyssal calamity was brewing in the north. And I known more. Instead, we've had to make best guesses, prepare for every possible scenario. If all that preparation went to waste, all the better. Sure is. Just one crucial step remains. We need to gather the last few wolf spirit according to what Boreas told me before we left Mondstadt. His form was at its most unstable at the beginning of his journey. That means, but of course, we've been tied up fighting battles since the day we set foot in Nodcry. First with the Wild Hunt, then with the Doctor. So, it wasn't until recently that we were finally able to confirm the step.
Okay, so 3 more
I managed to gather one fragment before Roland reappeared. I also have a confirmed location. As for the third fragment, we've identified a general search area to focus on. But we'll need all hands on deck to pinpoint. The final snag is that since our foe is a replica of Roland, he too will be aware of Andreas' history. He's sure to...
With our foe being from Mondstadt, it's our...
And since the Wild Hunt is involved, the
Clink Clink Krumkake craft shop will also help in any way we can.
So what do they need me here for? Wait, I think maybe I signed...
Ah, great. Knew I could count on you all. Lastly, our friend from the Curatorium...
So, you'll be darting back and forth across the battlefield, dodging the Wild Hunt?
Reading for Yehoda updated. Higher quality ingredients will be used to prepare your future meals.
Darn it! I should have known.
I'll deal with the second wolf spirit fragment, which we already know the location of. The moment you make... Traveler, could you join me in retrieving fragment 2? I have a feeling that your unique constitution might come in handy. All right, time is of the essence. Let's move out, people. Dismissed!
Off on more expeditions. Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da. Where is it? Where is it? Let's see if we can find it faster on the map. Of course we can. Oh yeah, because it's a cool area. It's all new map stuff, huh? Okay. Yeah. I'll just throw this up or something. Throw this map in. Not much I can do about that now. I mean, technically, I could go there and do that. I mean, there's something I could do, but it take. Oh no. I should where to go. Why is it? Let's find like that. Why there's no one right now? Yeah, let's go. I think that's a map thing. Which why technically would take some time. Oh, that shows what happened. Two. Two. Interesting. Not really sure how it's supposed to work. I guess I should probably look into how it works. Can you go here at my over here, right? Oh, darn. Oh no. I think I accidentally activated a
Where could they be?
side quest. Yeah,
This
it's,
is turning into a nature. What now, boss? Forget.
Yeah, we got.
Head back to your posts.
I was kind of upsetting that this just kind of jumped in on me. Actually, aren't I in focus mode?
It's
I don't know if that should have happened, eh?
but since you're
Don't have time for this.
still
Don't have time for this. I am here for this, and that is it. Yay! Now I'll just tell over here. Oh, sorry. I always forget that you can't. It has to.
squad leader.
Now I can go and teleport back over to here. And move to where I need to go. Wahaha. I got my character shield up, which is good. Oh yeah, there's a teleport point up there. Should I get that waypoint? Yeah, it's just a bunch of... Here's the ceremonies for your night has already gone. You might need this coffee pass, please ascend the tower. This is another side quest thing. There's so many side quests I haven't done, I'm sorry. So many side quests.
Did you say fragment 2 was supposed to be right here? Where the heck is it?
Seems like we've run into a slight hindrance. Can I leave this to you, Honorary Knight?
T?
Traveler, Paimon, when this is all over, I'm gonna invite you around for a drink of...
Stop thinking that's wine and keep your head in the game. You can't be daydreaming about alcohol before a battle.
Huh? Well, all right, just trying to lift our spirits a little. You want to see some photos I took of me and the knights before the expedition, maybe?
Shut up, shut up, shut up! Can't we please just focus on finding the wolf spirit fragment?
Oh, okay, I did something.
Illusion shattered.
Hmm. Hmm. Maybe this will help me. I don't understand. Huh?
The thunder falls silent.
Oh, that was complicated. I'll be honest, that made no sense. But okay, all right, we figured it out. We figured it out.
What do we do with it?
I once got Boreas to explain to me how he stores his soul inside objects. All I need to do is just like back at the camp. But this time, you'd best step back.
So, you're saying you don't know how to love people, and you don't understand human love either.
Why do you laugh?
Sorry, I just think the fact you're ruminating on this is... I have a funny feeling that by the time this journey ends, you'll have found your own answer.
No, you're wrong. There is no redemption at the end of this path. Even if I am stained black with blood, my conscience will remain as white as snow. If pledging allegiance to the Abyss is the only way to sever the injustice of fate, then I shall serve in its name.
Oh, sure enough, this place has been corrupted by Roland's will. Whew. I'm fine. I was prepared for this. It wasn't enough to pose a serious threat. We got here just in time. The fragment hasn't been fully corrupted yet. Assuming we can undo the damage, it should still... Purifying the abyssal corruption would definitely be a safe... Could you try reversing the corruption? Not purifying it, exactly, but separating out the roll...
So, keep the Roland part intact as well as the wolf spirit part?
Firstly, to test whether it's possible. And secondly, to view Roland's memories. As they say, know thyself, know thy... Let me think. How is it explained to me? Ah, yes. Focus on a single... Actually, neither do I.
Huh. Sounds like something a certain tone-deaf bard would come up with when he can't think of anything meaningful to say.
I thought it might mean something to you. Never mind. Traveler, when you were in Natland, you went fishing for ancient names, correct? If I'm not mistaken, the Night Kingdom was like a river.
Okay, but back then, we had a boat and a net. This time?
This wolf spirit fragment is like a puddle compared to the Night Kingdom.
Thoughts and emotions are like interwoven threads. They can create a net, or they can create a rope. They can separate love from hate. Thought is the anchor for a being's existence, through which emotions are...
Also, we barely know anything about Roland.
Well, maybe you could try this.
What is it? It looks old.
It's an unsent letter, written by the wolf pup Rostam, Knight of Boreas, from 500 years ago. It was meant for his disciple, the White Knight Roland. After Rostam lost his life in the Abyssal Calamity, Roland left Mondstadt to wander to Vat. Grandmaster but trying to track Roland down was like chasing a shadow. He never did find him. And so this letter has been
Quite the antique, then.
Yeah.
Hey, what happened to Mr.
What can I say? Some people like to wait till they've got all their ducks in a row before taking the first step. But anyway, don't they say that poetry and letters were humanity's earliest means of expressing...
Gotta have all them ducks in a row. Ducks in a row.
So the assimilation of souls really can be reversed, just like he said.
If what you say is true, the monsters I've slain, the justice I have sought to uphold, a great and ancient kingdom was wrongfully cursed, turning its inhabitants. The code of chivalry tolerates not such. If Abyss be thy name, I pledge to you, my lord.
And that is where the blood-stained knight's tale came to an end. With that, he bade his humanity farewell. I dare say you must find it quite ironic, Knight of Boreas.
That I, Dainsleif. No, while we gazed into the past, he was gazing right back at us. Could it be? So that's what happened. After leaving Mondstadt and wandering once he had learned of Conria's fate, he saw the gods' judgment as giving them his knowledge, his power.
Uh-oh. Does this mean we have to take a...
I'm inclined to agree. If our enemy could see the future, both the Wild Hunt and Roland. But even without the Visionary's input, Roland still has an intel advantage. Every minion of the Wild Hunt serves as Roland's eyes and ears. And on that note, I have a plan I want to discuss with you. Well, the fewer people who know, the less likely it is to get leaked. That about covers it. Sorry, no plan is free of risks. At least, if I fail, Anselm and Albedo can take the reins. Not to mention we still...
There has to be another way!
If only there were. But I don't think our enemy will give us enough time to find one.
Hey! Are you guys done here yet?
Ah, Yehoda! Yes, we've successfully retrieved the wolf...
Nope! It's a total disaster! More Wild Hunt monsters than I've seen in my whole life!
Come on, we're out of time. You'll just have to trust me on this one. What can I say? I'm not the Grand Master.
Oh no, it's gonna... Oh no, it's gonna be long. Gonna be long. I was hoping it wouldn't be overly long so I could finish it and then go do some other stuff. But, yeah, it's what it is.
What's the situation?
Oh yeah, what's the situation? So just an awful real savings. Researching all the whole occupied. Good luck. Okay, the Wolf Spirit Brotherhood. Decision.
Well, it seems the enemy figured as much too. Now, before we ran into trouble, this is the search area we decided on. The two teams are holed up here and here. They should have a...
But the Wild Hunt is stopping them from relaying messages back, right? Do we have any more troops available?
We can't spare troops from any of the fronts right now.
The logistics company is standing.
Hanefa!
Designated drop point reached. Initiating the logistics company was assisting Aino with the production of the strategic reserve. But after learning of the situation on the front line...
Amazing. Just in the...
Hey, seeing as you can fly and all...
I regret to say that without the workshop's catapult, and with my short-distance propulsion module on cooldown, I will only be able to return to the battlefield. The logistics company has very limited provisions, only enough for a single battle.
Both. Once one team has been rescued, the remaining forces will be free to support the other. We'll move out...
Alright, guess it's time to go. We're just gonna rejoin the squad. Interesting. This is going to be convoluted. Extremely convoluted. Oh, okay. Well, nothing. Let's just do this one first again. I don't know if it's on that, but let's do it. Alright. Ooh, this is still more time. I feel like this is kind of similar to that whole Matland war that we had to deal with. Back in 5.0.
Something's not right. The Wild Hunt's offensive doesn't seem to be getting any...
Don't
get dragged into the enemy's rhythm. Logistics company, scout out the area. Look for...
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Reporting in, sir. We've identified viable sites for deploying explosives.
Good. Wait for my signal.
Not help us. Okay, switch to vodka for command. And press.
Logistics company deploy.
Okay, trying to find.
Grandmaster! Honorary Knight! Thank goodness you're here. Be careful. There's no end to these monsters. However many we kill, more keep coming.
Just as I thought. Well, they're about to get a shock to the system. We'll wipe them out faster than they can replenish their numbers. We just have to hold on until the logistics company is ready.
Is that the signal to say they're ready?
You have like two bars of helpers to do. Buys and oh, T.
It's showtime. Fall back.
Yes, sir.
Ready?
Bombs away! Oh, that's one way to deal with them. Oh, yeah.
The enemy has sustained heavy casualties. Should be a while before. Use this time to catch your breath and fill me in on.
Yes, sir. We've narrowed down the search area for the final fragment to this zone here.
That's not exactly very narrow.
We split the search area between us and the Retniki. Maybe they'll be able to narrow it down further?
Either way, I was about to go lend them a hand next anyway. Do you think you guys can keep up?
Absolutely. Good.
We've run right through our supply. Now that they've lost their numerical advantage, they're no match for us.
Universe battlefield, let's go!
Looks like the same situation here.
Reinforcements. Hey, you keep them busy while we work on getting rid of this god-awful.
Understood. Everyone got that?
Yes, sir.
Just, isn't that crazy? You're just eating a fire and pyro and an animal.
Hey, they're running out of steam. Now's your chance.
Affirmative. Sorry to keep you waiting.
That's their source. It was hidden in the mist. If we destroy that, the wild...
Knights of Favonius!
Oh, I was like, trying to figure out what to be putting next battle.
I'm glad that's finally over.
Finally over.
On behalf of the Lightkeepers, there's no need to be so formal. When it comes to the Abyss, we're all in the...
Very well. We've narrowed down the search area for the final fragment to this zone here.
Now it feels like we're
I'll say. We're sure to face fierce resistance from the Wild Hunt, though.
It would be our pleasure.
Much obliged. All right. Hiding in the mist trick again. You all know the drill. The Knights of Favonius will engage the enemy while the light keep...
Yes, sir.
Lightkeepers, prepare to dispel the mist.
hard to say. I'm enjoying using but I think I like it more. Yeah, he does, doesn't he? He can like power up animals. That's cool. I'm assuming he's an animal character, but I think he does, yeah. We're not doing it. No, you're not. Oh, big guy.
This wild hunt doesn't know when to give up. Traveler. Mr. Varka, leave
Just like last time.
Just like last time, only now Boris can deal with the wolf spirit, right? Don't underestimate us, Grandmaster. We can hold on. And I'm here too.
That's the spirit. Stay on your toe. Either we all march back to Mondstadt together, or
Going to be a battle for you.
the final fragment is right there. Don't let me down.
It seems you have collected them all.
Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, no cut the fragments are bitches along the way. I had to commend your chivalry, sir.
A true knight.
True knight did not resort to underhand tactics. With his body never false one by the wild hunt, nor would I come, even though they have to with the trust.
If you need a moment to rest, take it. Victory.
Save your breath. If you want to fight, let's fight.
As you wish. Then let us.
Is everyone all right?
My granny fights better than these rookies. It's Egbert I'm worried about. You still alive?
For a moment there,
Hey, stay put, you guys. Leave the rest to us.
forget us. We can take.
You're the only one still standing. Honorary Knight, find the Grand Master.
We can't lose our Varka. Please, you have to find him.
You're holding back. Not this duel does no justice to the way of chivalry. I wield the power of a god. Your plan is doomed to fail. How can a helpless lamb?
You're on to me already, huh?
Andreas's question, Boreas's answer. The means to bear the false path may be wide and welcoming. Only It's over. Your sword lies shattered. The wolf spirit and the thoughts you blindly placed your faith in have nowhere left to dwell. Join
Was that supposed to happen or did I miss it?
to the abyss, Knight of Boreas.
For the next part, it's over to you, Outlander who caught the wind. The sword is unbroken. Looks like I'm no longer in reality. There's no way back. And all that lies, guess the only way is through. this here?
Lonely warrior. Take me to see him.
No matter the epoch, the world is awash with corruption and injustice. I have aided the oppressed and righted many wrongs. I have slain sinners and delinquents. I have slaughtered tyrants and demons. But however mighty one's blade, great injustice of fate, a mere mortal can but bow their head. There is only one way to save them.
Who are you really trying to convince? Aria's sweeping in! Stormwind! Huh? Is this the fair shadow? It doesn't look like an imitation.
The title of Boreas must find an heir.
The scent that reeks of blood appears to be getting stronger. Looks like I can just jump right over these obstacles. There's no way back. Huh. A Favonius sword? Who left this here?
Lonely warrior. Take me to see him.
No matter the epoch, the world is awash with corruption and injustice. I have aided the oppressed and righted many wrongs. I have slain sinners and delinquents. I have slaughtered tyrants and demons. But however mighty one's blade, before the great injustice of fate, a mere mortal can but bow their head. There is only one way to save them.
Who are you really trying to convince? Is this the fairest shadow?
The title of Boreas must find an heir.
The scent that reeks of blood appears to be getting stronger. Looks like I can just jump right over these obstacles.
Try to keep up!
Wish I had seen that.
Try to keep up! Try to keep up!
No matter the epoch, the world is awash with corruption and injustice. Even the most fearless hero cannot fight what fate has ordained. And even the holiest god cannot escape the shackles that bind them. Lupus Boreas, if you still harbor love for humanity, then you must surely know. There has only ever been one way to save them from injustice. Surrender to the abyss.
Malicious lies! Stormwind!
This is not where your path ends. You must continue on.
This wind feels less than welcoming. I'd better take shelter. I can't hide from it!
You must deliver it.
Your path cannot end here. You draw near to the heart of the wolf.
Even if you had an army of 10,000 men, in the end, you must face this fight alone. Lonely warrior, step forward.
Is this the heart of the wolf? Roland!
After countless bloody battles, trials, tribulations, and hardships, I, with my mortal flesh and blade, attained power to rival that of the gods. But you know better than I that a mortal's prime is fleeting. In 5 years, maybe 10, age will snatch your strength. The power you take such pride in will fade to naught, disappearing like dust in the wind. Your fame will be as fleeting as firewood beneath the starry sky, lit at dusk, dead by dawn, utterly insignificant.
Oh yeah? Be that as it may, the fires that burn down here blaze more brilliantly than the light of 1,000 stars.
They blaze for but a moment. 100 years from now, your earthly flame will be long snuffed out. And those you once illuminated will be left cowering in the cold and empty night.
Ha! No. They'll remember me in 100 years, just as I remember all of you from centuries ago. That's the thing about firewood. From the embers of a dying flame, a new fire arises, burning bigger and brighter than ever before.
A knight's duty is to save others, not demand things from them. How can one call themselves a knight while placing their hopes in generations to come?
Well, as long as I put an end to you here and now, I won't need need to rely on anyone else. Now, show yourself, Roland.
Put an end to me? Your body and mind are already at the limit of what they can bear. It is only a matter of time before they yield and crumble. But if this is your final request... I shall do as you wish.
Huh. You're not quite how I imagined you.
Not once have I strayed from the righteous path. But when I look at you...
I guess we have that much in common.
The ray here of Solnari's forces have been defeated. I wield the power that Roland did at his peak. But my heart and mind remain frozen in that blood-stained moment. Therefore, and after redeeming you... No words otherwise. Why would you pin all your... But now the blade that once housed the wolf spirit has been shattered. You no longer have the means to change the situation. And no one...
Maybe you're partly right. But I think I might just have a shot at a rescue.
What do you mean?
There's only one person's mind I need to change, and it isn't yours. Forgetting where we are? This... Andreas! Can you hear me? Wake up! You are the great god of the...
If this is your final gambit, grand displays of heartfelt wishes cannot summon.
Return. Return to... Is this the answer that I...
Andreas, at long last, I have...
This is all that a wolf can hope to do for humankind.
On behalf of all humanity, I thank you, Lord of Wolves.
Boreas is returning to the ley lines.
But begging for miracles is a futile endeavor. I know better than that. But a sword is just one kind of vessel. There are other ways to store a soul.
The Dominator of Wolves once bestowed the power of his soul upon his pack. Strength.
Even if it is not my intention, the soul of Lupus Boreas will inevitably...
If a mortal heart is to bear the soul of a god, this is a path that cannot be retraced. Yet, I shall not dissuade a knight from embarking on the quest of his own choosing.
Your heart, your soul...
You were wondering how a lamb could tame the heart of a... Here's my answer. You get the wolf to swallow the heart.
The wolf spirit within the sword was merely a decoy. To avoid arousing my suspicion, you deliberately allow Lupus Boreas' soul to assimilate your own, then be devoured by me.
Compared to Lupus Boreas' decision,
you have a stubborn will, and employed an exceptional strategy. Your soul is now merged with that of Andreas. Neither Barbados nor the Traveler will be able to anchor your soul from what you have lost. And so have I. Regrettably, may your soul rest in peace with Boreas. Lonely wolf.
Haha! Lonely? Sorry to disappoint you, but as much as it sounded like the fact is that, unlike the true Roland of the past, I still have fine... I'm not ready to accept my fate just yet.
Ding dong! You've got mail!
Until I return, I leave them in your care. The Knights of Favonius will always welcome you. Come on, to Mondstadt.
Dear Grandmaster.
To Varka.
To Varka.
Family.
No pig call.
Poetry and letters were humanity's earliest means of expressing their thoughts. Make sure they all get delivered, Outlander who caught the wind.
Grandmaster.
Master.
Varka.
Uncle Varka! He's the right one!
For Varka.
The thoughts of others anchor you, reversing the assimilation. Using your connections, relying on outside help. This is not the way of a knight. The abyss can sustain me no longer. But now, countless souls who died unjustly will emerge to prevent your return. If you believe in your path, then grant them release. Carve your way out through bloodshed. Varka, mightiest knight of Boreas.
This is how it ends. Throw the plan out of the window. Fight my way to victory. Well, that suits me just fine.
A knight is always true to their word. So please, keep your promise and return victorious.
You are not alone.
Right back at you, Varka.
They sure did make that pretty epic now, didn't they?
Walk forward and do not look back.
Varka, now I know the meaning of my name.
After the lengths you've made everyone go for you, you'd better make sure to thank us all properly when you get back.
You know, I have a lot of things to update you on, but they can wait until you're back.
I have no intention of returning to the Knights of Favonius, but I trust you will find a way to manage on your own.
Grandmaster, we're all waiting for you.
Oh. I'm not doing too bad a job as Grandmaster, am I? I'll take that silence as your approval. Everything you swore to protect with your lives, it's all still here, safe and sound. The Knights of Favonius, Mondstadt, and the oath sworn by every knight. I'll protect them all with my life. And so, I'll deliver that letter on your behalf. I know it's just a shadow of the real Roland, but if you have the time, could you please read it for him? Rostam and Arundelen, they never forgot you. Phew. This has been one long expedition. From here on out, I think I'll let the wind lead. Hey, everyone. It's been a mighty long time. I'm thrilled to see you all again.
Welcome back, Grandmaster.
Yeah, I'm home. It's been a while since I felt this wind on my face. Just how the sword was just a decoy. I carried his soul in my own. The second half, though, using everyone's thoughts to guide me back out of the lane.
All jokes aside, what would you have done if the Traveler hadn't been able to set...
Initially, I was planning to have Barbados carry out that step. But when I approached him about it, he said there was a much... Turns out our trust was not misplaced. Then, I guess we'd have had to get Barbados to send a wind to blow me back home. But it would have come at a heavy price, and with no guarantee of success. It's a good question. A glass of the finest dandelion wine, perhaps?
You're dreaming if you think it would have come that cheap.
It's been a while since I've felt this wind on... Well, with the shadow of Roland vanquished, the Wild Hunt won't be able to consolidate. A few knights will remain on rotation at the Nodcry stronghold, but everyone else will be... Albedo and Duran will come back with the first wave, so you should have the chance to... It's been a while since I've felt this wind... My future. You may already have... Correct. Although, as things stand now, I believe we may... Still, after... Besides, the first group of knights who volunteered to stay there have yet to be relieved of their duty.
How noble. But be honest, your main reason for... Wait, serious?
I'm only pulling your leg. You'll be seeing a lot more of me. It's been a while since I've felt this. All right, then. I'm gonna stay here and enjoy the...
Well, that finishes it. That finishes up that for now. Yes, I shall see you next time.